Simple acts of kindness that will restore your faith in humanity. Humanity has its share of bad press, but there are many kind people around the world that don't get the accolades they deserve. If you want to see some of them, it's time, so let's get started. In our thumbnail, we can see former professional ballet dancer Aesha Ash, who grew up in a poor city neighborhood, but it didn't stop her from fulfilling her dreams. As a young girl, Aesha always dreamed of becoming a ballerina, and at age 13, she was accepted into the School of American Ballet and joined the New York City Ballet by the time she was 18. Today, she promotes ballet in poor neighborhoods, encouraging youngsters of all ages to try it. A chimp that escaped from the local zoo was found by zoo officials he knew very well, and after discussing the matter with the woman, the chimp did some thinking and decided to return to the zoo. He can be seen riding his bicycle on his way back to the zoo. In this video, a security camera captures the moment a cat saves a 1-year-old baby from falling down a steep flight of stairs. What on earth is a baby this young doing alone without any adult supervision? Thankfully, the cat seems to be more responsible than this toddler's parents. This is a beautiful moment of a homeless man celebrating his birthday with some stray dogs. I honestly must admit that it's touching and heartbreaking while people are stuck living in such conditions. This disabled little girl is treated as an equal by her schoolmates, and when they see her, they greet her with hugs and accolades before they all begin to run around the yard together and play. There is no judgment, no shame, just live and let live. When this pregnant wife can no longer stand because the pain is too intense, her husband positions himself so she can sit on his back, as if she were sitting on a chair. This relaxes her back and the pain she is feeling. An 8-year-old performs a tremendous act of kindness in this video when he helps an elderly woman climb some stairs. He accompanies her every step of the way, and once she's up there, he returns to what he was doing. A kind gesture like this one goes a long way. A Georgia police officer runs to this baby's rescue when the baby is seen choking. The police officer flips the baby over and helps him breathe again. As these players pour into the locker room, this soldier waits to surprise his little brother. When the kid brother walks in, he doesn't notice his brother and keeps going. But one of the coaches is their father, and he grabs the little guy and shows him who is there. The second the youngster sees his older brother, he runs into his arms and gives him a big hug. This man risks his life to save a dog stuck in some dangerous waters. The man waits for the dog to go towards him, and when he does, he grabs him and lifts him out of the water. This was not only a kind gesture, but it was heroic as well. It's Christmas, so what better time of the year for a son to return home from a tour and surprise his mom for the holidays? He can be seen walking to his mom's table to serve her, but she doesn't know about it. Even when he gets to the table, it takes her a few seconds to realize it's her son. But when she does, she is filled with emotion and tears and gives him the hug of a lifetime. The man in this video helps this woman climb on a platform, so she avoids stepping into a huge puddle of water to get into her car. His partner backs up the truck and raises the platform to make it easier for her. This little girl has no clue her Marine brother is coming home for Christmas. Is he in the box? Absolutely. And when she lifts the box, she falls into his arms and cries like a baby. Well, like a little girl. When a man collides into a railroad gate and falls to the floor, another man can be seen sprinting to his rescue and moving the fallen man away from the tracks just before the train arrives. That was a life-saving move if you ask me. In this military homecoming, a soldier arrives at his son's school to surprise him. But when the teacher walks into the classroom, the returning soldier waits outside for a few seconds while the teacher explains to the students that he has a surprise. When the soldier finally steps into the classroom, his son runs to him and gives him a big hug. In this video, when this disabled man's dog sees he can't get over the bump with his wheelchair, He runs behind the wheelchair and pushes it. Of course, this dog is trained, but he's still amazing. When this man on a motorbike offers a flower to a woman, she refuses. So he decides to give it to the man who is with her, and he accepts with a smile. Sometimes people just want to be kind. This young boy has set up his own little coffee shop in Iraq and is offering American tourists free coffee. It's great to see this kind of leadership from a boy this young. When this woman goes to the cash register to pay for her merchandise, an earthquake occurs, so the store clerk takes the client by the hand and pulls her behind the counter with her so that she is protected from all the stock on the shelves falling on them. When these two men decide to go at it, one of the men swings his fists at the other man, but the man moves to the side, avoiding the punch, resulting in the man that delivered the punch falling onto the train tracks. Lo and behold, the man he was having the altercation with actually pulls him out of there to help him before the train arrives. I guess this was a good lesson for both individuals. After traveling long hours by train, these Ukrainian refugees arrive in Poland and are given food and care by the Polish authorities. It is during times like this that we see the true colors of certain people. When a man on a motorbike sees another man running because he's late for work, he offers to give him a ride to the bus stop so he doesn't miss his bus. These two people do not know each other, so the man running probably did not expect such a kind gesture from a stranger. In this spectacular sports moment, when a long-distance runner can barely finish the race, another racer decides to help him instead of running to the finish line. Because of his amazing kindness, he loses the race. But after what he has done, he has won the most important race of all, the race of kindness. These men are friends for life, so when their best buddy begins his cancer treatments, they all shave their heads in solidarity and party together to celebrate the event. This lady stops traffic so what looks like a delivery robot could cross the street. She stops in the middle of the street so cars will wait for the robot to cross the street. The woman in this video lost both of her legs in an explosion and can be seen celebrating her wedding with the love of her life as they enjoy their first dance together. I'm not sure if all these magpies decided to peek through this fence at the same time, but now they're all stuck in it. A kind man decides to help them one by one and frees them all. When this cyclist saw this little girl was having a hard time carrying her guitar on her bike, he offered to carry it for her to make things easier, and that's when he became her new hero. Here's a kind little boy who lays out his body so a little girl can safely jump off the trampoline without risking an injury. This boy is going to turn into a real Romeo when he grows up. During a race, a runner grabs another runner having a hard time finishing the race, and he carries him to the finish line. The man, exhausted, falls to the ground and recuperates. Finally, this Uber driver saved 3 ducklings by picking them up off the street and putting them back onto the sidewalk so they could run back to their mom. Mom can be seen walking away with her 3 babies. These videos prove once again that humans are fundamentally good and are always ready to help. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Have a great day and see you next time.